Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing our USA versus World of Communism Let's Play. So we didn't have any videos over the last 2 days, of course, because of the incident in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday. I was just, very distracted with that. It's kind of in a sullen mood overall on Wednesday. It's just depressing, honestly, watching this happened in our country, even if I did, predict it. As many of you guys who've been on the channel for a while know that I've been saying for a long time that I did expect this to be a bad year ever since 2016 and the reaction to the election in 2016, where, one side, said that the election was not valid and that Donald Trump had not won the presidency based on no evidence, and the fact that that kind of worked, that the media continued to push that for years without really much evidence at all, I became very concerned because I expected the same thing to happen this year, regardless of who won. You can't allow that to happen and then not expect it to then, have effects on our political system and our election system. Even back then I was saying that I expected the 2020 election to not go smoothly, that somebody would question the results regardless of who won. The other side would likely be questioning the results. Then, of course, since the 2016 election, we've seen a ramping up of the political rhetoric. Just overall, people have just become far more awful to each other. Just the opposition to people who disagree with you and to the party that you don't like. The way that has been ramping up. Every year, it's gotten worse. The violence has gotten worse. The rhetoric's gotten worse, and so it's all of that. It's not just the 2016 election. It's just everything since that has made it very clear that we are heading down a terrible, terrible path. 2020 did play a whole huge role in that. It's been happening since 2016, but 2020 had a significant role in what's going on. You had the lockdowns from the COVID crisis, and then you had the George Floyd situation, what happened after all that, and just we just had months and months, those full 12 months of just terribleness and impeachment of the president. I mean, it was 2020 was a very political year. I think everybody, even if you're not a political person, felt the effects of politics. So this situation has been building up over years, and 2020 was really just the spark that lit the powder keg. And then I expected that in 2021 that we were going to have an increase of political violence, an increase of civil unrest. I've studied politics my whole life. I've got a degree. I got a BA in political science. And so even though I was expecting it, and I've been saying it for years, it's still shocking when you're actually watching it happen in your country. All I really wanted to do for a couple of days is just kind of talk about what had happened, and most importantly, what the effects of this are going to be. What's going to happen after, what are going to be the consequences of what had just happened. So I put that post out there on our community section, and a lot of you guys joined us on our Discord and our political sections, and we engage in some good discussions. We obviously don't all agree on everything. Many of us disagree quite vehemently with each other, but I feel like we had some good discussions, so I thank all of you guys who joined me on that. And if you haven't already, feel free to join us for future discussions, because again, we're always talking about things that are happening. Do keep in mind though, that if you're one of those people that can't handle somebody disagreeing with you, if you're a person who's very, very sensitive of people disagreeing with you politically, and it frustrates you and you get angry, then it's probably not the place for you, because we have people, it's not an echo chamber. I mean, we have people from across the political spectrum, and so if you're gonna be there, you're gonna engage with people who disagree with you. Myself, I'm a centrist. I disagree with the right and the left pretty equally. In fact, I have some issues and I fall on the left on, some issues I fall on the right on. So I'm going to disagree with you. And so if you're that type of person, you probably shouldn't go there. And somebody actually took offense to me saying that on the community post. That just shows you how sensitive people are. All I said, again, it wasn't even directed about the DC incident. It was just talking about our Discord and that saying exactly what I'm saying here. And even then, people took offense to that. How dare you disagree with me on something and agree with the other side? But that's where we're at today. Can't engage in politics without arguing and fighting. But overall, I feel like our Discord is pretty civil for the most part. I think it's one of the better places I've found on the internet as far as engagement in a respectful manner. So I'd love to see you there. If you want to talk about the politics, I don't think that this is the place to do it. So I try not to make any real political statements here. Just sometimes I address what's happening, but I try not to put my own opinions out. And I don't really like engaging it here on the channel because, frankly, let's be honest, we all come here to play some video games, to watch, you know, a HOI 4 campaign or CK3 campaign or watch some other game. You know, we're here to enjoy some entertainment. We're not here to talk about politics. So I would prefer that if you want to talk about it, guys, because I've already seen a lot of people on the channel ever since Wednesday. Everybody wants to talk about this. And again, you're free to do what you want. You can post a comment about politics if you want. But I would prefer that if you wanted to discuss it here, you want to know my opinion, you want to talk to me about it, you want to do some debate, because I love debating with people that disagree with me personally. So if you want to come and debate with me or anybody else, you want to have a place to do that, then again, I'd prefer you guys do it on the Discord, because I'm seeing like a lot of comments across my videos and the community section, just about everywhere. People want to talk about politics. So if you want to talk about that, I just feel like there's better places to do it than here on a gaming channel. So I felt that needed to be expressed. We took our couple days here. We talked about politics. Let's jump back into the game, guys. Get back into the campaign, and you know, just kind of take our mind off of things for a little while and just the craziness that is going on right now. So yeah, we left off last episode. We're about to do the invasion of Japan. We already got it all set up. I've got planes moving over here, ships moving over here. I got everything ready to go, guys. Did that before we started recording here. And all we're waiting for is this invasion to finish up, so that we can move our fleet, the green fleet that we have over here in the Pacific, and I guess it might start wandering to the Indian Ocean eventually. That fleet, the green fleet, will be moving up here. All right, so the Greeks have been called into the war. I think they were already in the conflict. They're probably just being pulled in with certain countries that they hadn't been fighting yet. And there we go. Somebody had just posted a comment about this the last episode saying, you know, Dominican Republic will likely join the fascist faction as well, since they are fascist. And here we go. They are in the fascist faction, and you gotta remember that Haiti is in our faction. So we won't need to do a naval invasion here, but we will want to protect their territory. And I want to say that they're currently at war. Yeah, so they might end up getting invaded and destroyed here. I don't know if we can get there in time, in fact. We do have these troops that are coming over to do this invasion here, and what we could do if they can get there in time is try and set them up to defend here. I don't know how well this will work, but let's go ahead and do it, guys. Again, and what I mean, I don't know how well this would work is because we're not going to be at war when they attack here. So if they join the war immediately, then yeah, this is not going to work for us, guys. Let's go and give a commander here. See who we got. These are all level 3 commanders. I guess we'll go with the infantry commander. We could also go with Patch here, who's got the out of supply bonus. That's always helpful. The commando trait. So yeah, we can go ahead and get him some experience. Have him lead this army here. But yeah, if they attack here, you can see that they're very much going to lose. I assume they're going to get pulled into the faction immediately, which means they're just going to get wiped out anyway, which would have to do an invasion in that case. I don't know what these troops are doing here. These are the Haitian troops here. We're not entirely sure what they were doing, if they were leaving or they're attempting to help out in these wars here. Again, I'm not sure what they were doing, but that's an issue. That's an issue because nobody's defending their territory here. So if they get pulled into the conflict, then it would be irrelevant. Yep, looks like they just got pulled in. So there's no way we're going to get there in time. Yeah, they will lose here. We wouldn't be able to defend it anyway. So let's just go and put it back over here, guys. So they'll get wiped out. It's unfortunate, and we'll have to do an invasion over there as well. But I want to help out here first because Colombia is having some trouble, guys. So I feel like we should help them. But we got to get these invasions done first so we can move our fleet. And besides, these guys would be helping out the fleet here. These task force are going to be helping us out with those invasions. And Afghanistan, which faction are they in again? Let's just take a look here. They're in the British Commonwealth. Okay, so that's why they got pulled in the conflict here. Of course, we are only right now at war, and I said the British Commonwealth. I meant the British Communist Alternative. We are currently only at war with the Alternative, but again, that'll be changing here in mere moments as soon as we finish these invasions up. And Republic of Malaysia has joined that. We're going to go ahead and say that we're not going to accept any of these calls to arms because we are not yet ready. Again, I got to get that fleet over there so we can launch the invasion almost immediately. And also, there's more ships coming as well. That task force, the 2 task force, these 2 that we had sent from over here, they weren't going. And so I had to actually send them before we started recording here. So they did have to take some time to move over here. So I didn't know that. I wish I had checked that before. So it doesn't look like there's anybody defending these, so we'll be able to knock them out pretty quickly. That's good. Now they can still invade from the Indian Ocean, but I'm not too worried about it, guys. All right, so these guys are going to now move over to here. Let's go ahead and change up the entire fleet. If they're done with this invasion here, they're not, so we're going to have to wait. But what we can do is send these guys somewhere over to one of these invasions. So we got 6 going that way. Remember, we got to wait for them to get pulled in. We got 8 going over there, and let's go and place one more over here. All right, excellent. So yeah, just waiting for these troops to take the Cocos Island here. And I'm wondering who we're engaging. There's convoys. Yeah, it looks like just some convoys here. Okay. So just about done over here, guys. And there we go. We've hit the beaches. Let's go ahead and delete this here and get these. Are these all Marines? Yeah, these are all Marines. All right, we're going to send them over here. Let me see where we need Marines the most. So we currently have 3 Marines over here. We have a total of 2. Nope, yeah, 2 over here. And how many do we have over here? And we have 2 over here. All right, so we're going to want to send some Marines onto those ones then. So what we'll do is we'll take 1 here. Yes, sir. 1. Oh, we might have actually hit the cap here. I'm not entirely sure. This guy's not able. There we go. Now I can assign. Not entirely sure what was going on there. All right, so he will go over there. And so I believe we can now move our fleets. Let's go and do that now. Let's go and change up and completely change up their area of operation here. And we're going to want them to cover all the area around here. We will get bombed, likely from the Japanese. They'll likely bomb us. But I do have a lot of planes over here, guys. So we will have that. So I don't think we need to operate in any of these regions anymore. Let's go and just pull back completely. And then our submarines need to be pulled back as well that we have over here. They're set to operate all around here, which is completely unnecessary now. So let's go to move them, I guess, to cover around Japan, but probably not the Sea of Japan or the coast of Japan, since I assume their naval bombers kind of hit us hard there. You know what? We won't hit there either. We're going to do this way. But we do want to completely cut them off from being able to trade. So we'll go ahead and do all around here. Do they have... Where are all the Japanese islands? So let me just go through here and see exactly what Japan holds, because they had that civil war. I don't know if they lost anything. All right, so we're going to want to cover all these regions here. Okay, so yeah, we'll cover both these regions here. That's all they got. So let's go ahead and switch back over and get these guys assigned. Ooh, what happened there? All right, so yeah, we're trying to assign these guys here. So we're going to get them to cover these ones and pull them out of these ones here. There you go. Beautiful. So yeah, they'll cover all this for us, guys. And we'll start sinking some of those Japanese submarines. So we still have these 2 heavy cruisers here, guys. I pulled these out, so I'm not sure we're going to put them just yet. We might create another one of these fleets here to support our many, many invasions. We would need some destroyers or something to escort them, though, so won't be able to put them out there just yet. And we can also stop these guys from attacking from right now. I want to wait. We're going to wait to see what the naval situation looks like. Now, I think we just rescued an operative. All right, we're actually recruiting an operative. I assume our operative died, or is it because we got... Yeah, we just got a 6 operative. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there then. Looks like we did rescue that one operative, though. You know, that could have happened last episode. Maybe I just forgot. So we did finish up the Navy infiltration, got a bit of Navy experience, and gained some intel, of course. And so this will now allow us to attempt to steal naval blueprints. But you know what? Let's get a new operative first. Maybe we'll send them. So we have a commando here for the commandos, so I think we're going to get Lisa here. And we'll look through the rest of them first, though. Yeah, I think we're going to get Lisa, and that would leave us with three females and 1 male. All right, so let's go ahead and get... Oh, I love her code name, Bear. That's my spirit animal, if you didn't know, guys. So we've got Bear. I don't think we looked at the other ones here. I don't usually pay that much attention to the code names here, but Snake, Eagle, Hawk, Sparrow, and Wolf. I gotta say, the ladies got much cooler code names. So yeah, we're gonna send Bear. Let's get her a little bit of training. And she's not doing a mission yet, so it makes sense to go and send her. So let's go and get this done. We're going to steal some blueprints. We're going to be sending our new operative, Lisa. And let's see who we want to send next. I guess we'll go ahead and send Kate. She's pretty good. And then we want to send one other one. We're trying to get these guys some experience here. Let's see who's not doing something. It looks like this character is the only one not doing something. Actually, a lot of these characters aren't doing anything. All right, so we're going to need to get them working here. Let's go and put Bill Barnes on this mission here. Get that commencement ready. And let's figure out why these agents aren't doing anything. Now, I've already forgotten which ones are doing each mission. So let's just go and look at this. So we got Bear, Wolf, and Sparrow on there. All right, so we want to make sure the other ones are working. So what's Hawk doing here? He's currently in Britain. All right, that works. Eagle over here is back home, so we're going to need to get him assigned. And then we have Snake. She's at home as well. So let's go and get these guys assigned here. Somebody should be in Japan. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. Yeah, somebody should be in Japan. And then our Snake here. Who else is in that faction? I guess the Venezuelans. Makes sense to send them over here since we're going to do an invasion. All right, so that looks good. So get them doing that. And these 6 divisions are here. Where's the other 4 that we had sent? It looks like they got really distracted when I sent them over here. All right, so yeah, they'll come over this way and get onto that invasion. And I think we're ready to go. I suppose what we might want to do is get all the fleets moved. Especially the ones that, obviously like this one here, that are needing to be in a port. So we'll get them moving over there and then we'll join. So we're waiting on them. These guys, I don't know, we'll wait on them. Might just declare war before they even get here. They'll be here soon. We don't gotta wait. But I do want one of them here, so we'll wait for these guys. They don't have all their ships either. They're still waiting for several of them to get here. They're coming all the way from America, so it does take time. They're coming from that East Coast. So we've gotten the U.S. Army Air Force. That's 2 research bonuses for air doctrine. All right, excellent. So what do we want to get next? Yeah, that's just for the Navy experience. We already went through, looked at all those. I think we decided we weren't going to get these ones. Yeah, there's really no point on getting those ones either. I suppose that helps a little bit once we change up our manpower laws, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. But this would get us more manpower, which means we could go longer without changing up our manpower laws. Speaking of manpower, let's take a look after we're done with this at how we're doing with training divisions up. See if there's anything we want to do there. So yeah, we're done over here with the exception of getting the suspend the persecution. And we are about to have an election here soon, so I'd like to go for the desegregate the armed forces if we're able to get Truman in. I don't really know how the 1944 election is going to go. I think I mentioned this before, but I heard that FDR is supposed to run again in 44, and that's what it seems like the events do, but I'm not entirely sure because that event that I saw does require you to have not taken the New Deal. The deal that the event that has FDR come in 44 to run again requires that you didn't take the New Deal. So I don't know if that event's going to fire, and I didn't see any other ones. So I don't know what's going to happen in the 1944 election, honestly. I don't know if it'll be FDR running or Truman will run. If I had to guess, it'll be FDR running, and then he'll die. If you select him, he'll die, and then Truman become the president. But I don't really know who's going to run for the Democrats. So definitely interested in seeing how that's going to end up going, guys. So we could go ahead and do this. This would reduce our stability, though. So you know what? Let's not do that just yet until we at least know we're going to get Truman. Otherwise, there's really no race to get that right now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start getting some of the stuff. Well, we can do this one here, but we won't be able to pass that one. We could do the intervention in Asia to get a nice attack bonus against the Japanese. That'd be helpful since we're attacking them first. Let's go ahead and do that. Plus, we get a new general here. All right. So did sink a convoy there. So yeah, we're just waiting for these troops to go. I'm a little bit worried about our allies here in South America. They're having some trouble. So yeah, we really need to get that invasion going. I don't know if they're ready yet. That brown army that we got over there. We'll just have to wait and see once we declare war here and can actually invade them. All right, so are the ships here? They're here. All right, so we've got those ships here, and that's all I think we were waiting on, guys. So let me just double check, make sure everybody's set to go. And we'll take a look where these guys are at as well. They're almost here. They're close enough to their operation area. So these guys are set. How about these guys here? All right, so they're set to patrol, so it looks like they're already patrolling. Excellent. And sorry about the loud vehicles today, guys. I'm going to cut them out if I can. I'll cut out all the ones going by. I'm recording here in the evening. It can get kind of loud on a Friday evening. Alright, so we need to get our planes all put up in the air before we declare war. And make sure they're in the right location. You know what, we can declare war now and just get it done. So you don't want to do it that way. That's right, we want to be pulled into the conflict. Let's go ahead and join their war, the Japanese-French war here. We'll have to wait a second, and there we go. So we are now at war with the Japanese and the Venezuelans, Peru. And we do have an enemy down here. I'm not entirely sure why these guys aren't fighting each other. Yeah, they're clearly at war, but they're not fighting. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that is. You may notice there's also these British troops here. This is neutral territory, so that's the reason why they're not invading us. These guys aren't even in the British faction anymore. This just used to be British territory, and then they never moved the troops out. So they're just sitting here taking attrition, which is silly, obviously. We do have the decision available to execute War Plan Gray. See what that one is. Any enemy country in South America or Central America, and that'll give us increased invasion preparation speed and increased amphibious invasion speed. Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to do that, especially because we're going to be doing this invasion. The question is, how long do we get it for? 180 days. That's plenty enough time. So yeah, let's go ahead and execute that, guys, since we're about to do all these invasions, so they'll be able to go quicker. That's nice. So we want to do that, and let's get these planes set up, guys. So I sent a lot of planes over here, quite a few. I got some over here as well to help us out in the naval conflict. So we're going to take these fighters here. We don't really need these fighters here. They're not going to provide any effect for us. So we might want to move them somewhere else if I can find anywhere where we need them. For right now, we'll go ahead and put these two here. Oh yes, these are strategic bombers. So the heavy fighters here, we're going to have them do air superiority. And then the strategic bombers, I brought them so they can go in and start strategic bombing of Japan. And do we want to specify that they bomb anything? Yeah, I'm kind of like, whatever, just bomb whatever. All these would be helpful for us. Yeah, any of these would be helpful. I guess not bombing infrastructure. Maybe if we just specified the factories, air bases, ports. We're fine with bombing the forts and then the dockyards. Anti-air, just about everything I'm fine with them bombing. And I probably won't have any of these, but we'll go ahead and do that. I just don't really want them bombing the infrastructure. There's not really much advantage for that. There's a little bit, the construction speed's slower, they get less resources. But then the infrastructure is all damaged anyways, and when you land, then it just hurts you more than anything else. Because we should be invading them pretty soon. Now, remember, when you do the priorities, that does not mean that that's all they're going to bomb. Strategic bombing isn't always the most accurate because it's from such a high altitude. So they'll probably still bomb the infrastructure. So yeah, let's go ahead and close that. And let's get the planes over here assigned. So we've got some fighters here. I was going to have them cover right there or right here, whatever they could cover better. Obviously, the Philippine Sea, they're just not able to cover that very well. So we'll have them cover it here. We've got some fighters over here as well. So let's go ahead and bring these guys. We got a lot of planes, guys. An absolute ton of planes. We'll bring those fighters there. I'm not sure what we're going to do with them just yet. We'll see where we need them. So we have some fighters here. We're going to have them do air superiority there and here. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and move this guy up to here so he can do air superiority right there. All right, so let's go ahead and go back to these guys. Make sure that both of them are doing air superiority. And then we have the heavy fighters, which are going to do much better on the range. Let's go and have them cover there for us. And then these guys here, we'll go ahead and have them cover right there. I'm kind of thinking about doing them here, but we do have 400 there already, so we'll have them come right here. These guys are already covering, yep. All right, so who still needs to be assigned? We've got some more heavy fighters here. I guess we'll go ahead and place them here. We have a lot more heavy fighters than I was expecting over here. So let's go ahead and have them do air superiority. Then we have a bunch of close air support. Obviously, we're going to want somebody covering this region here. Probably a lot of these. Actually, you know what? I might just have all of them cover this region here. I don't know how well they're going to reach that. Do the close air support there. And then we have the tactical bombers. And we're going to have them cover here as well. All right, so I think everybody is assigned here now. We do have some planes here as well. Some more tactical bombers, and these guys can reach pretty far, but not into here, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and move them over here, and then have them do the close air support. We could have some of these close air support if any of them... yeah, I was going to say we could have them do the bombing. And you know what? I am going to do that. Let's go ahead and have them do the naval strike. We need more planes doing naval strike. Where are all the damn naval bombers I brought over here? Yeah, I thought I had brought naval bombers. Apparently I did not. I know that I brought naval bombers, actually. Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where they went. I feel pretty confident I sent naval bombers. Let's go ahead and have these strategic bombers bombing Japan here. They're not going to be able to reach much of it, but that's okay. Again, just not having to do the infrastructure. Everything else is fine. Oops. Alright, so we got them doing that. And then we have these close air support here. Yeah, I don't know where the naval bombers went. I brought some over here, guys. Like, I know for a fact I did. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Well, let's go and get those naval bombers. There was a bunch over here. Yeah, they just didn't move. Oh, they're supposed to move. They just haven't moved yet. It just takes too long. Okay, so that's what's happened. They're just not here yet. Okay, then. So we're going to have to wait. So we won't have naval bomber support for a couple days, it looks like. I was just assuming they would be over here already. But apparently that's not the case. Okay. Well, this will be overstacked, so we're going to have to move some of the planes over here. This is far too many. So what we'll do is we're going to get some of these that... Yeah, there's just a lot of these over here. We don't need this many. All right, so maybe put these guys over here, I suppose. So we'll do that. That'll open this up just a little bit. And we have... Okay, so we got plenty over here, so we can go and move these guys as well over to there. That'll open up a little bit of space. And what we might want to do is just have these guys, like one of them provide naval bomber support here just temporarily. Until we get some naval bombers. And I think that's good, guys. Yeah, so they'll provide naval bomber support. And those guys are going to provide close air support, though we might not need it. So instead, let's have them do the naval strike. Alright, so that looks good. So... let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and let all of our troops kind of move around. Excuse me, all of our planes and stuff move around before we actually attempt to invade them. We're going to hit their troop convoys up with these submarines, obviously. Should have pretty good success there. Already sunk a submarine. Excellent. Nice job there. Let's go ahead and just turn this down a little bit since we got a lot of stuff going on. You know what? Also, if these guys are ready, which they are not, we will have to wait a second. We are engaging their troop convoys here. I didn't take a look at the fleet over here because I felt pretty confident they're covering everything we needed to, but since that's not the case, we should be covering over here. Do they have a port there? They do not. So yeah, we should have them cover that area as well. And then maybe let's just pull out of the North Atlantic Ridge so they're not covering too much here. All right, that looks good. Okay, so lots and lots of battles going on here, guys. Mostly against troop convoys. Our submarines are engaging all those troop convoys out there. So that's going to be great. Sinking tons of troops out there in the sea. That'd be really, really helpful. And we're at this 22nd. I think our first naval bombers arrive. Here they are. All right, so we've got some naval bombers here. They're supposed to be getting more as well. I brought them up to 200. So let's go and get these guys assigned. We're going to have... let's see how we want to do this. I don't know if they'll be able to reach there, but we'll try. They can at least cover if any bombings that happen. You know what? That's really not worth it. I know that they could help in that one, but yeah, it's just not worth it. We'll have them bomb here, and then we'll have these guys bomb over here. And I think that's all we had coming over here, but we do have a little bit more space if there happens to be one more coming. All right, so yeah, engaging a lot of freight convoys as well as troop convoys. Going to take a look at what happened here. So we already sunk one of their destroyers. Excellent. It's just a little ship, not a big win there or anything, but we'll take it. So we sunk another destroyer there. Okay, very, very nice. So I don't know if I sent any more bombers here. I'm pretty sure I did. We have some fighters just sitting here. But yeah, I don't think they've arrived just yet. So I don't know what we're going to do with these fighters just yet. It's really not anything that's necessary. We'll just probably move them over to here for now. And you know what? I think we have some planes here. There's some close air support, but these guys can help with some bombing, I suppose. Yeah, they could do some bombing here. Naval strike bombing. Or, even better, let's move them here and have them do naval strike right there. Yeah, it looks good. I think we're still waiting for some planes to arrive, guys. Some of those naval bombers, which had a long way to go. And we might even want to move some of the planes that we have down here. There's really no reason to have these here. And we got some heavy fighters that could be providing support over here instead, since we're not really doing anything there anymore. And yeah, there's really no reason to have all these bombers here, so we can go ahead and move them. And let's see how we want to do this. Let's bring some more naval bombers over there. We've got these 100 here. Let's have them come over here. And then with these that we have over here, we already got the heavy fighters moving. We have some tactical bombers that could be moving as well. So let's go and have these guys, see how we want to do this. You know, I feel like we need more support over here. We did just get something else over here. Is everybody assigned? Yeah, everybody's assigned. So we're back up to 2,000 here. Plane management is super fun, guys. It's great. Alright, so let's go ahead and get these guys and figure out where we want to move them. Could move them over here so they can bomb right there. And there's a lot that comes through here, so that might be helpful. I don't want to stretch this out too far, guys. So, you know, let's go ahead and have these guys come over here. And then they'll do the naval bombing. And then, like, some of these naval bombers, I think we have... Oh, no. Yeah, I guess not. Alright, well, whatever. It's fine. If we get overstaffed there, we'll move them. Lost a plane there. Right, so we're just letting this open here. And I think we had some troops still arriving. Yeah, we still got some Marines going over to their respective invasions. And yeah, I just want to kind of get the fleet messed up a little bit before we do our invasions, guys. Sunk 5 destroyers there. Another convoy there. Yeah, that's 5 destroyers. That's our biggest win thus far. Alright, so good wins there. Probably getting some more convoy sunk over here. All of our troops have arrived. We're just getting the organization up. I'm pretty sure they're ready to invade, though, any moment. We also might want to go ahead and get, since we're doing so much bombing over here, we could even send more planes over here. Don't think any of them will be able to reach to support that unless we used tactical bombers, which I don't know if we have any tactical bombers over here. Yeah, you can see there's still planes attempting to move, guys. We actually do have some tactical bombers over here. All right, so let's go ahead and get them. We'll take them off of this and then have them move over here. And they're going to be providing us coverage there. And our allies as well. Just trying to help out here because it's definitely necessary. We're currently losing here. So those tactical bombers should be able to make a difference. All right, so yes, lots and lots of battles here, guys. Lots of stuff happening in the seas. 10 submarines sunk there. Good God. And that is a lot of submarines sunk. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so yeah, we are sinking a lot of the Japanese fleet, the smaller ships. We haven't gotten any of the larger ships sunk just yet. And another plane lost there. Getting some convoys sunk here as well. They won't be able to go through here anymore, so that'll kind of hurt our enemies. Because as long as we were neutral, they were able to go through that area. And lost a few planes here and there. Easily replaced, of course. Yeah, just so much going on here. We did get another ace pilot. Excellent. That's always helpful. We get that war support up, which is now at 95%. Very nice. Alright, nothing sunk in any of these. We are starting to battle that larger fleet. I hope we get into a big battle with the fleet here. And what we need to do is see if we can't find the big battles happening so we can kind of watch them as they happen. Now, this is not a big battle. This is just us engaging some convoys and a destroyer fleeing. That was probably protecting those convoys, and now he's out. We did just sink a heavy cruiser. There we go. First capital ship of the Japanese Navy has been sunk, the Imperial Navy. We got 9 destroyers sunk there. Alright, yeah, this is going quite well, guys. And yes, we do want to bring the Philippines into the conflict as well. And let's make sure that we don't have any extra planes here overstaffing this, because we might. Yeah, we do. Okay, I thought this was going to be a problem, so let's go ahead and move some of these out. I want to say, so these guys are in the Philippine Sea, so the Philippine Sea one can go ahead and move over. They don't need to be in this airbase. Alright, the reason why we have so many fighters is, one, we're going to need them when we get on land and start fighting. But of course, the other benefit is they can help fight the fighters on aircraft carriers. So troop convoys being sunk there. They do have some escorts through here. Looks like they shot down some of our planes. I don't know if that was anti-air or the carrier-based aircraft. Yeah, we're getting a lot of war support now. Since our planes are having so much success through here. We do have some invasions that are being planned here. Let me just take a look. So, yeah, they might try and hit us there. It is troop convoy, so they could be attempting that invasion, guys. It's not impossible. We might have to invade with these purple troops that we have here if they take it, because we're not defending there. See if there's any other invasions. I'm not seeing any, guys. Do we have control of the sea zone here? We do not have the control of the sea zone, so that's a problem. And that's a major issue, actually. So what we might want to do is have these guys come over here then, so they can't do that invasion. We'll try and stop them there. Sunk another destroyer there, and a light cruiser. Excellent. And another destroyer. Alright, so we'll dip back over here. Lots of sea battles going, guys. Are these guys ready to go? Let's just take a look. Looks like organization is full. Alright, let's go and send them. So we have Alexander Patch in charge here. He will not have fighter support unless we can find some heavy fighters over here training, which I probably should have looked at before. It doesn't look like we have any anyways, so it's irrelevant. So we won't have any fighter support, but we do have close air support. So they're going to go ahead and launch that invasion. I'll have to peek back over there and see how that's going. And our planes are currently bombing their fleet as well. Tactical bombers aren't great at bombing fleets, at doing the naval bombing. But they do alright. They have that range, which is the reason why you use them. Alright, so are all those troops over here, are we still waiting on some of them? Yeah, we're still waiting on a few. They're almost here, though. And we'll wait. Again, this just lets us get that fleet knocked out. It's helpful. And Indonesia wants to move troops through our territory. Oh. Yeah. They're being invaded here, so that's a problem. Because we're going to have to fight the Japanese right there. And let me see if... I'm not entirely sure. We're going to decline for right now.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to have all these troops here come over to that front now. And give them a planning bonus as well. And when a fascist or a communist country takes over neutral, territory from another faction, then it goes to them. But I think with the democratic power, it doesn't work that way. And the one difference for even fascists and communists is if you have military access with them, then you'll give them back their territory. Now, I think with the democratic powers, I think we're going to give the territory back to them no matter what. But just in case it doesn't work that way with the Democrats, if I'm wrong with the way the democratic countries work, we're going to test that. We're going to try and take this and then see if that'll grant us the territory or not. It would just be easier because, we're going to eventually be at war with that faction. And so I would like to not have to take it. It'd be easier to just take it from the Japanese. Yeah, we're sinking so many troops here. We're about to hit the beaches here in Venezuela. All right, excellent. And yeah, still waiting for the troops over there. Yeah, just sinking a ton of ships here, right here from the outcome. And we've already sunk a battleship. It's probably an old battleship. Yeah, very, very old battleship, but still. Success, guys. All right, so yeah, doing good. We haven't lost, I don't think we've lost a single ship. We've lost a lot of planes, quite a few planes, in fact. But I don't think we lost any ships yet. All right, so just making sure that we're good on the numbers here, because I was kind of just throwing planes left and right. And we have some naval bombers here that could help out here. And we could also come over here, I suppose, and help out there instead. Let's do that. And we'll bring them over here. See if there's any other... Yep, we do have some. We have two of these that are actually standing by now. All right, well, let's go and have... we'll have them go over here, I suppose, one of them. And then the other one could come over where I was going to send those guys. Have them come over here and do the naval strike. Do we have naval bombers here? We do. All right, excellent. All right, so looking good. And we'll go and see if we've hit the beaches in Venezuela yet. We are attacking. It looks like...
Ready, sir.
It looks like failed. Yeah, 4 divisions stopped us, guys. Wow. All right, so that's unfortunate. Too many divisions there. Do they have any other ports? They do, but that's on a mountain province. This is their capital, so it's probably better defended. So this one's pretty well defended too, because it's on the coast. So yeah, I won't be able to do that, guys. Yeah, we'll just have to keep on hitting them there. That's unfortunate. But if we had better air support here, that'd be helpful, because you see we do not have control of the skies there. So we need to get them some planes, essentially. that's how we'll get the win there. And I did forget to design the 1944 submarine hulls, so we need to do that with the cruisers. And in fact, this is going to be a big old chunk of time here, guys, because we have to design 3 different style of cruisers here. So we're going to have to do that. And let's get something selected first. So we need those for the destroyers. We also, well, we haven't got the depth charges yet, so I want to get that before we do the cruisers, so we need to do that now. Let me see if there's anything else we need before we design the cruisers. I think that's it, guys. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to get the depth charges. So that means we will not design those yet, and we're going to be lacking experience anyway because I just spent it on that. But we can go ahead and design the submarines. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to want to decommission these here. That means we're going to want to only build... So we actually already set the submarines to only build 1 more. Okay. So yeah, let's go and get these guys designed now. And we'll get them snorkels level 2. We're going to get them these torpedo tubes all placed as well. It's going to drastically increase the torpedo attack. Get those engines in there. And get their name set up. Historical submarines. And then I suppose we'll just call them attack submarines. Attack subs. I know that we had somebody suggest a name for subs. I don't typically name the subs anything but attack subs. I mean, I guess we could. I think it was the Turtle, which was the first submarine that saw combat. The Turtle subs, so we could name it that. But I didn't want to just name it on the first suggestion when I told everybody that we weren't going to do a specific name for the attack subs. So if you guys want to name these, I'm fine with that. It's really only the light cruisers that I like having, you know, names based on what they do, just so I can easily see what the job's supposed to be. But yeah, we can name these guys. So if you guys want to provide suggestions, if you think the Turtle name is fine, we could use that too. Let me know down in the comments below. So we had just enough experience to get that done. Let's go and save that and get these guys building. All right, so we're going to want to put them underneath these destroyers. We really don't need this many destroyers now, guys. We've done a pretty good job sinking most of the fleets, and most of the sub-fleets. Germans still have a bit more. The Russians, obviously, when we fight them, they have quite a few submarines. And the Japanese have a bit of a submarine fleet that we have to sink as well. So I wouldn't say we want to just completely shut down destroyer production. We really don't need that much going towards it. So we're going to pull it back a bit, maybe and eventually completely delete this line. And we're going to want more subs building as well to kind of replace these, get the newer ones out there. But we'll be getting some dockyards from the Japanese, so I'm not going to build anymore, guys. I already got all that set up too before we started recording. We just lost the submarine there. But yeah, I already set that up where we have... all the factories, building military factories. I got those setting up right now, guys. So these guys should all be here. Yeah, that we're just waiting for them to get, well, I guess there's one more division we're waiting on. He's coming over here. Yeah, waiting for them to get that organization up. And again, we are able to get this fleet sunk while we get that planned and get all those troops ready. So yeah, it's fine to wait a little while. I'm surprised to not see more Japanese planes out here. I really expected to see a lot more of these. Yeah, there has not been as many. But yeah, we're sinking a lot of destroyers. And let's see what we got going over here. We are actually attempting to sink that fleet there, and this is the fleet that's going to defend them here. I don't know if they'll attack us here. It looks like they're not even attempting to, but yeah, our troops are just now getting over there. I'm glad I sent these guys over here. I didn't expect to need them for the Japanese. I thought we'd need them for these guys here, because I didn't know what faction they would join. We sunk another battleship. Excellent. Should have checked to see how old it was, since that's kind of important. Those early battleships aren't that great. We did sink 7 destroyers there, though. Yeah, we're doing a great job sinking these, but I am missing all the damn battles, man. Here's a battle. I want to look at them. We got 2 destroyers sunk here. I just want to see exactly what we're engaging. So we have these 2 battleships, which are almost sunk. They're both early heavy battleships. We got a battle cruiser here. These are all very old fleets, man. And then we got the cruisers. These are all like super old, man. Yeah, they're all really, really old. Now, there was a time when it wasn't working, where the AI wasn't... Here's another fleet that's over engaging our submarine, where the AI wasn't building new fleets, new ships, I should say. But I noticed that it seemed to be fixed. In some of our past campaigns, they were building new ships. But so far with the Japanese, I haven't seen a single new ship yet. It's all like early ones, so very, very old ships. Lots of convoys being sunk throughout here. I mean, the amount of casualties our submarines are causing, they are the real heroes of this conflict so far. They've killed like hundreds of thousands of people in the seas. So with these guys, let's go ahead and stop their attack so we can sign them back to it. Let them get their organization back up. I don't know that we're going to be able to beat 4 divisions there, guys, without better air support. So we're going to have to wait till we get some more planes built up, since I sent just about everything we had over here as far as the long-range planes that would be able to reach there. We got a destroyer sunk there, but yeah, we need more heavy fighters. Well, you know what? I wonder if there's any airspace here. Excuse me, any air bases in our allies' territory. We got some there. Now, the bug was apparently fixed. We also have the region here. You know what? That's where we'll go from. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go and bring them. So we want... How much planes can we get here? Quite a few. Let's go and get 5 air wings here, guys. We'll do 2 fighters, and if we had any more, I'd send those as well, but it looks like it's all close air support here. So let's go and send some close air support with them. All right, so we want them to provide us some coverage here. That should help. Of course, the Dominicans did not win here. All right, that's interesting. I thought they would win. So we might actually be able to do an invasion, and maybe I should do it this way. And go ahead and plan that up first. Obviously, we're having trouble here, so why don't we hit them right there and take their capital while they're over there defending their border with our ally. Another destroyer sunk there. See what we sunk over here. There we go. That's a huge part of their fleet sunk. Obviously, they still have a lot more ships, but this is big. This is 2 old battleships, and all these ships are old, so we already knew that. Well, there's a 1936, but yeah, we've got 2 battleships sunk. 1 battle cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, 4 light cruisers, and 10 destroyers at the cost of 1 destroyer. That is it, guys. That is very, very nice. Big win for us there, guys, against the Japanese fleet. And we're bombing them here. A little bit more recent. We've got a 1936 carrier there. Some 1936 ships here, but I mean, we're in 1944, guys. Where are the 1940 ships? Why are we not seeing any 1940 ships? That's the question. It does seem like they're not building them. And that's going to make this naval conflict a lot easier, guys. Quite a bit easier. If they just don't have any modern ships, they're not going to be able to compete with us. Are these guys ready to go yet? Almost. We have 1 more division just gaining up that organization, and then we'll do the attack, guys. Their fleet won't be able to engage our convoys because we control the seas now, man. We're just messing them up. Yep, getting all those convoys sunk. I assume that a lot of those are troop convoys, so those are dead Japanese. That's really going to hurt them manpower-wise. All right, so we actually got 10 senators supporting us. Excellent. And so these guys are going to take a little while to get that plan. We'll have to wait. They do have the planning bonus, though, so where they plan quicker right now, so they might actually be able to do it now. Yeah, they can actually already do it. All right, so we'll go ahead and hit Santo Domingo right behind the enemy there. All right, so let's see what we got here. It's a 1936 carrier. We did a little bit of damage to. Sunk 5 more destroyers there and 2 light cruisers there. Yeah, we are just racking them right now, guys. Multiple invasions planned here. This is probably the invasion right there that we just engaged. We might have stopped it. So they got a lot of troops here. Good God. Yeah, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. Let's go and send another division over here. I don't want to send tanks. They would do terrible over here. It's just not the location for them. Remember, we do have tanks in the Philippines where we're going to use them when we hit mainland Japan. Once we've taken a port, we do have some tanks sitting here. Yeah, just waiting on these guys now. And I think he's just about there. Yeah, about like 2 more days and he'll be ready to go, guys. And let's take a look what that decision is that's available. See what this is about. Oh, we got enough little power to do some things. So war bonds. Let's go and go up here and see. Let me see if we want to keep that checked. I mean, it's helpful, but you know what, guys? I think we're gonna go ahead and say we don't want to do that because there are a lot of other things to do right now, guys. We could be improving worker conditions to get the stability up. Obviously, resources are good right now. We won't need to do this for some time. We'll go ahead and take a look real quick and see how we're doing. We're doing pretty good. Just the chromium that we're trading with Cuba. We can go ahead and make sure we're getting all of it. It's not like we're not sitting great on civilian factories. But you know, guys, I think we're going to lower the autonomy of the Philippines. I'm not looking to annex them, but I think it would be useful to get them to a lower level here, guys. It's pretty helpful. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That's what we'll use our little batch of political power on. All right. See what happened here. Got some convoys sunk. And we did lose a submarine and quite a few planes. That was a lot of planes that were shot down there, guys. All right, so I think the fleet should be, or excuse me, I think the troops should be ready. Yeah, they're ready to go, so let's go ahead and send them. I think we control all of the regions. Are these guys in the war yet? Can we actually invade there? We can. All right, so we're going to be hitting them on all 3 ports. Let's just hope that we succeed at least one of them. So that gives us another air base to operate out of, another port as well. That'll all be helpful. We did sink that. Nope. Yeah, that is the 1936 carrier. Thought it was because he was operating alone. So we did sink him. That was probably fairly easy to sink because couldn't defend against the torpedoes. We are engaging a lot of troop convoys here that had left, so that was stupid on their part, so now we're going to be able to sink those. And it looks like we will win that naval invasion. Let's go and take a look at these ones, see how they're going. There's so much stuff over here with the fleets. Wow, look at that, man. So we just sunk a carrier. We sunk a battleship, a battle cruiser, a heavy cruiser, 4 light cruisers, 29 destroyers, and a bunch of planes were shot down as well. And just seeing what's left here. I mean, still got those 3 carriers there. Yeah, this has been big, guys. This is not good for the Japanese. I think that's the battle we just looked at. Sometimes you gotta click on it twice. And sunk a light cruiser and 9 destroyers in addition to that big old battle. So let's just take a look, see what they got left. Only 124 ships. Wow, we sunk their fleet incredibly quickly, guys. And as far as their capital ships, they got 1 battle cruiser, 1 battleship, and 3 carriers. That is all. The Japanese fleet is effectively been neutralized. So we did that in, you know, not even a full episode. It didn't even take that. I'm guessing we're decrypting somebody else right now. We might use our decryption against the Japanese when we do an invasion here. Did we ever decrypt Venezuela? Because we could use that for that attack as well. Let's see if we did that. And if we didn't, I'm going to set them up to do it. And we got to go in the intelligence agency, of course. So let's go cryptology. Do we have the Venezuelans done? We do not. They're currently working on doing the Germans again, but let's go ahead and set these guys up to work on that next. Yeah, we might need to use that against them. That's one of the nice advantages of having that. It's very good for the invasion bonus. Kind of help you out a little bit if you're having trouble with the invasion. So we did get the armor for the cruisers, so we needed that before we could design the cruisers too. So we need to get the destroyers next, but we need to get the guns too. Don't know how much it's 54 days to get that. Let's go and get the guns. All right, so we also have some free military factories. These are the ones that I set up to build. Let's go and see what we need. I'm sure we're short on a lot of resources right now. And I did want to see how the troops are doing on building. We need to get those deployed because they're not doing anything right now. We do have a lot of infantry equipment, but we're short on just about everything else. Yeah, everything else is pretty damn short right now. The support equipment is one of the worst situations that we have here. Medium tanks aren't great either. Motorized kind of hurting. Artillery's hurting. Frankly, we're hurting on a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and get 10 going into the support equipment. We have a lot going into infantry equipment for updating purposes, but let's go pull back on that, guys, because we need, we need to get some of this stuff built here, guys. Support equipment's been a problem for a while. How about the anti-air and anti-tanks? How are we doing there? Looks like we're short on anti-tanks. Let's go and put one more into that. Motorized we're pretty damn short on. We got a lot going to mechanized. Let's go up on the medium tanks as well. And my stomach is growling. Now, you guys think I'm always hungry because I record around dinner time. Like right before I eat dinner, I do my videos. I used to record in the afternoon while the kids were at school. We got some dockyard problems here. But I used to record when the kids are at school, but now they don't go to school. And so I can't record while they're working because, the parents do have to play a pretty large role in helping the kids out. Man, I don't know what happened to the dockyards here. Yeah, we got some issues. I think we're going to get some back here. Yeah, we'll get some back here in a little bit. Yeah, this is clearly an issue, though. Yeah, I'm not sure how we lost so many. Oh, they're repairing. That's how. That makes perfect sense. All right, so they're just repairing up some ships that got damaged in all those battles that we did against the Japanese, so that's expected. Did we finish this invasion here yet? Not quite, but we're almost there. We also almost sunk all those convoys, too, I think. Yeah, we're doing a great job there. But yeah, almost got the battle done there. How about here? Did we hit the beaches on any of these? Not yet. They're almost there, and we did hit here. All right, awesome. So Portugal's here. Okay. Isn't Portugal in the Japanese faction? Are they just not pulled into the... No, they're not in any faction. They were in a faction at a point, but they left. That's strange. Not sure what happened there. I'm assuming because they went communist, they pulled out. Because, yeah, I think they were in the Japanese faction, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they were in... Nah, I really don't know what faction they're in, actually. I think it was the Japanese, but I could be wrong. Did the Germans get pulled against the Soviets? They did. All right, so the Germans are currently fighting the Soviets here in Poland. And it looks like the Germans are losing. I'm guessing the Germans put too many troops in other locations. French are still having success here, though it's been very, very slow going. And then the French and the Spanish are at war, but they're not fighting yet. All right, so it looks like just about everybody's been pulled into the conflict. So the wars should be a little bit cleaner, like how they look when we look at the war screen there. So yeah, let's go ahead and start pushing forward here, guys. This was a very easy one. It looks like there was nobody here to stop us. So we're gonna have these guys go over here. Have these guys go up along here. And then the other Marines that are left here that I can't seem to select, I just cannot get them selected. They're gonna go up along this way. And then we'll just have like one division grab that middle province here for us. All right, excellent. So good to go. Hopefully we get wins here as well, and the Japanese just aren't protecting their locations. That would make it a lot easier if they don't defend their ports here. Getting a lot of aces, which is good, because I think we only had a couple before. We stuck another submarine there. Yeah, not much of a fleet left for the Japanese. Doesn't look like this is defended either. Yeah. Iwo Jima and Okinawa, they are both undefended, it seems. Yep. All right, so we'll get Iwo Jima here soon. Okinawa will have to take a few extra provinces here, but they lost their port there, so put their troops back out into the sea. And then let's just take a couple of these guys and have them go all the way across there. All right, excellent. We do not need this here, though. I don't really want these guys to leave. Let's go and say we don't need that. In fact, we also don't need this one here. And we don't really need all these troops to go over there. So let's have some of these guys come back over here. All right, excellent. And this guy could come back as well. All right, let's see what happened over here. We got a submarine sunk. Okay, so they're already losing ports to base out of and to repair their ships. And we're taking their dockyards, which we need. We sunk another carrier there. That's a converted battleship. Shot down a ton of planes. That's good news. A lot of troops that are coming through here. It's like the whole Japanese army's over here, and we've got like barely any divisions here to defend our territory. Now, it's not very important territory. The point is it took us a while to take it, so we don't really want to have to take it again. And we don't want to give the enemy anything, frankly. So let's go and take a look and see how things are going down here on the ground level. So they're defending all right there. Frankly, having the two troops in the mountains seems kind of odd. Really should have another division there. Let's go and have him move over there to help defend. They're doing okay, though. I remember these are 40 widths. I'm assuming their divisions aren't that large, though they could be. And the Japanese are continuing to expand, taking the rest of West Papua here, which means that this is going to expand, and thus we need more troops, and I never did mess with those. So let's go and get that going now. Let's go and add just one more here, because I think we're still lacking quite a few types of equipment here. We're going to go and deploy all these guys, but we'll go ahead and do the same here and add one more. And then do the same there. And the mountain troops. Can we get any more? We can. So let's go and get two more here and then deploy those two. All right, so this army here, let's go and have them train up. All right, beautiful. Canadians still not in the war yet, unfortunately. One thing that somebody proposed is maybe bringing all of our troops out of there. And you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and do that. Let's just take all of our troops here. You know what? We'll do a little bit at a time, and we'll see how effective that is. Let's move the tanks down to Florida and see if that has any effect. And maybe just take anyone where you have multiple divisions and then move them as well. Somebody's thinking maybe with all the troops on the front that you're too scared to you know, join the faction, which, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if they consider the number of troops on their borders. I know they do consider like the enemy on their borders and how many troops that enemy has. But yeah, maybe we'll move these guys out and then we'll see if that has any effect and if the Canadians join the faction. They want a non-aggression pact. Yeah, I'm okay with that for right now. Eventually they'll get brought into the war when we go to war with their faction. We're not planning on doing that just yet, so yeah, that's fine. Alright, so these guys are still trying to take the rest of that territory. It looks like we haven't, there we go, finished that as well. Alright, the Japanese China has capitulated. We got their fuel and yeah, they cut the 4 convoys they had. They didn't have much there, guys. So we're going to want to do some attacks into mainland Japan now. So who are these guys with? They're with nobody. They're neutral. How about our invasion? Yep, that succeeded as well. Alright, lovely. So, and that's, so I think all of our invasions here are done. We just need to finish up that there. And I suppose we'll split this invasion into half, yeah. We'll do 12 and 12. So we want to hit the ports that were most likely to succeed. Nagasaki, we'll try and hit it. I don't expect we'll have success there, guys. But I don't know. The Japanese have not been very impressive in this campaign so far. So yeah, we'll try and hit Nagasaki up. And I don't expect to have success there in Kanto. We could try and attack. We could also try right there in Osaka as well. Yeah, this one's typically a little bit better defended. Do they have fortifications in any of these locations? It does not look like it. All right, so we'll try and hit Kanto. I don't expect to be successful though, guys. We do need to build up this area as well, so we'll start doing that. Let's go and get the naval invasion planned. This one will be the one that's going to hit Kanto, and we will have to give them a few divisions from over here. Let's see how this is going to look exactly. We're going to hit Nagasaki from here. And let's see what we have. So we have 3 Marines there and 4 Marines over here. I'm trying to make it equal on the Marines if we can. And yeah, it looks like we have exactly, exactly enough. So let's have one of these guys go over to here. And then the other 2 Marines, where the hell are they at? Right here. They'll go over to there. All right, excellent. So should have equal number of Marines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 and then 5 over here. Make sure that's the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, beautiful. So now we need to move the rest of these guys here. We're looking at 11 there, so just 1 division can go over there. And then the rest of these, who's ever left over here, would go over to this invasion here. All right, beautiful. So those guys are over there. And then what we're going to do is move these tanks up a little bit closer. And then we want to build up this area. If they haven't already built it up, obviously they don't have the radar here. So we're going to get that going. You know, I don't know that we need radar there, but it's fine. Yeah, it's not like we're not sitting on like a ton of civilian factories, so why not? All right, let's go and make sure these ports are large enough to supply our troops, which they are not. It's going to build these up, get them up to at least level 5, and probably a little bit higher actually, because we're going to have air bases here. So let's go a bit more, and then we're going to want to get the air bases built up too. Probably get them all the way up. And there's anything else that we need there? I think we're good. Yeah, I think that should be enough. So let's go and move these all up to the top. Prioritize this invasion here, guys. All right, beautiful. Okay, so we're going to take a look and see what our ships have done out in the sea. Did we win here? We did, and I completely forgot that we had done that attack. So let's go ahead and see how we want to do this. I guess it doesn't really matter which way we go. The only thing we're going to want to do is make sure that we don't let the port end up being undefended, of course. That would be silly. So it's going to leave like half the troops there and go and attack over this way now. All right, so yeah, we'll go and attack there. In fact, let's go and send one more. And do that, and then come up around here. And yeah, we should have them wrapped up soon. And things seem to be a little bit more stable here now that we've gotten involved in the conflict and started to give some air support and all that good stuff. We do not have any air support here, which we could, because there's really no reason not to. So let's go ahead and move some planes. Get them helping us out over here. We got close air support that could be helping us. So let's do that. And I want to say we got some fighters somewhere. Yeah, we got some fighters right here. Just got planes all over the place, guys. So let's go and get them assigned there. And it's good to go. So let's go and just dip around, look at all these, because this unfortunately is going to be the end of the episode. We got a lot done. You know, we obviously sunk most of the Imperial Japanese fleet, so that was big. They have 110 ships left, so we sunk almost like a third of their fleet, I think. So that was pretty big for us. We are looking at... Oh, I thought we had a naval invasion. No naval invasions right now. We do have some actual combat going here, though. Engaging those submarines there. And so with the Japanese fleet sunk, we're going to completely control the Pacific now. Don't need to worry about that any longer. Be able to do those invasions without any problems. And then be able to focus our planes over there on assisting the invasions rather than, you know, being so much focused on sinking the fleet. A lot of convoys being sunk all around the world, so doing a great job there. Let's go and take a look at the casualties and see just how well we did here. So we've taken 22,000 casualties. Most of that has been to Australia. The Japanese have killed 193. Venezuela 1.3 thousand in that failed invasion we did. The Germans, we've killed 11,000 Germans. See who else we've all killed. Obviously the almost 98,000 Australians there. Looking at the British, we have killed 170,000 British, guys. That's in comparison to the 2,000 they've killed. We really want to see what we did to the Japanese here. 324,000 casualties. Wow, that is a lot. Yep, and that is quite a bit. They've killed 193. We killed 324,000. That is quite notable. Peru, we've already killed 39,000 despite not fighting them. That's just in the sea. Venezuela, 65,000 almost. And the Dominican Republic, we've killed 14,000. Are they ready to capitulate already? Almost, 99%. So doing pretty good against them. Should have them knocked out, I think, as soon as we take this province. I think once we take this province, that'll be enough. Now, this is a victory point, but I don't think that'll be necessary with the 99%. Maybe. We'll see. Point is, they are just about done for, guys. All right, and then I almost want to go ahead and give control of this over to Haiti once we take this, because it's going to be in our ownership, but I think we're going to give it over to the Haitians so they can make use of it, since it is, I think it's a core state, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. It says occupied state here. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't say they have a core. Yeah, I guess maybe they don't have a core there. I was thinking they did. Alright. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where they're even named here as the controller. They're not the controller, we are. That's kind of strange here. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that is. But whatever. But yeah, it just seems that it's not a core. I was thinking they did have a core there, but apparently not. Alright guys, so next episode we'll do the invasion of mainland Japan. After the Japanese, well then I think we would have defeated their faction. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we have to defeat anybody else. Let's just double check. No, you don't have to defeat anybody else, only Japan. So we don't even need to defeat Venezuela and Peru. No, we could help, obviously, in that as we've been doing, but it's completely unnecessary. Once the Japanese capitulate, then they lose. So we'll get the peace treaty with them and be able to deal with their territory. So really, it's just defeat Japan. And so we'll do that next episode, and then after that, we'll have to figure out what we want to do next. You know, there's many choices here. We could go to war with the Italian faction and the Soviets, or we could go to war with the French faction, which we already have a war goal on. And so we could go to war with the anti-Bolshevik accord, which would be the French, the Bulgarians, and the Turks, and we'd also have to fight the Indonesians as well. So that would require us to get all ready for that. Oh yeah, that would be an option too, guys. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think we should go to war with the French faction first? And this is, again, what they look like here. Or go to war with the Italian faction. And this is what it looks like here. We went to war with the Italian faction. Then we would invade the Soviet Union, take over the east part here, but probably wouldn't go all the way across because it'd be a pain in the butt. And I guess we'd invade Spain. Yeah, we'd invade Spain next. So we'd do that invasion from here. We already have the range for that, so we'd attempt to do that, and that'd give us our beachhead into Europe. Or we can do the French, which that's how we get our beachhead in Europe. We'd invade the French across here, because again, we already have the range for that, so we can do that. It's just the British that we can't invade. I think we can invade here. I want to say the Bay of Biscay was open. So we'd invade the French, and then we'd fight the Indonesians as well. So let me know what you guys think. Should we fight the Soviets and the Spanish? Or should we fight the French and the Indonesians? Those would be the ones we'd be invading. Of course, that won't be until after the next episode, where it would be focused on Japan, and that's, of course, under the expectation that we win in Japan next episode. It might take a little bit longer. We'll have to see, guys. So I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, which of course will be on Sunday. Hopefully the whole politics doesn't affect anything for this next week. The week after that, though, we have some stuff going down. So I'll talk about that when we get closer to it. Obviously, we got a whole week in between now and then. But yeah, I shouldn't have any more issues this week coming up here on videos, again, unless some crazy stuff happens. Yeah, we really just don't know what's going to happen, do we? So yeah, thank you for being patient, guys. I needed a couple days, man. I just wasn't in the mood, frankly. I just needed a couple days, kind of process things, talk about them and stuff. So thanks for being patient with me on that. And yeah, next episode, guys. I do hope to see you here. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. And got those vehicles going by as well. I'll see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.